where you thought that went with him. That I know you said yesterday maybe he passed up some shots that would have been good.
Yeah, just got to bring energy. We trust him. He can score a lot of different ways. He also can beat you with the pass. So the game's going to tell you what to do. He's seen that defense before. Just make sure you're looking for your reads and play with energy, run the floor, do the things that have made you successful all year long.
Mark Berman.
Hey, Tom, you said you were going to have to look at the film on the Trae final play with Frank. What did you see when you analyzed it more closely? And what does this say? If you feel so comfortable with Frank on that final possession, is there a chance of his role expanding for game 2?
Well, I'm comfortable with everyone on the team. I'm around them every day. So I know what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are. It was a good play that Young made. He's a great player. Sort of a scramble type play. But there were a lot of plays throughout the course of the game that we're capable of doing better in. But we also did some really good things too. So we have to make some corrections and be ready for game 2.
Brian Mahoney.
Tom, I think you've said this year the skill in the league seems like it's at an all-time high. What are you seeing from some of these young guys when you prepare against them, like a Young or DeLuca types, whatever? When you see, that seemed like he took on a lot last night for a guy in his first playoff game to play in that kind of environment. Are you surprised they don't get rattled at all?
Yeah, well, I think when you look at what the way these guys are shooting the ball, what they're doing off the dribble, the passing, and then most teams have surrounded their players with great 3-point shooting, so it spreads you out. And you have to take care of the ball, the paint, react out, cover the line, challenge the shot, and then finish with the rebound. And oftentimes they're scramble type plays, they're long rebounds that get deflected, loose balls, and that sort of thing. And then the guy can make a tough shot. Bogdanovich made a great 3 against us. It was a hustle play, loose ball. So you go from there.
Steph Bondy.
Hey, Tom, two questions. First, I just want to check on Nerlens Noel's status after the injury, whether he's okay. And then I know we asked you a lot about Elfrid Payton and his role in the starting lineup. Last game you pulled him after 4 minutes. You guys got off to a bad start. Given that, is there any consideration to changing that at all?
In terms of Nerlens, tweaked his ankle, so we'll see where he is tomorrow. Should be fine. In regards to Elfrid, we're going to always put the best players, the players that we feel will help us win that game. So, and some guys fit better than others in situations. Some guys may be going well, whoever's going well, but we have confidence in everyone on the roster.
Yaron Weitzman.
Hey, Tom, I know you said last night you're going to go back, look at the film a lot. Just in general on the pick and rolls with guarding Trae, it seemed like you guys were trying to give up a lot of the floaters. That was the thing you were going to concede. Was that the game plan coming in? And just in general, your thoughts on the pick and roll defense?
We'd rather not give up anything, but he's a great player. We have to do better. So you look at it, you look at the things that the times that we did guard it well, and you look at the times we didn't guard it as well as we would have liked, and got to lock in and be focused for game 2. So that being said, I think after 3 quarters, and we didn't close the third the way we would have liked, and that was problematic for us. And then but I believe they had 71 points after 3, and then the fourth quarter is when you want to be at your best, and we weren't.
Mike Borkanoff.
Tom, with Elfrid, the leash with him seems to be getting shorter at the start of the first and the third. What are you looking for to see whether to keep him on or off the court? And is there a threshold, I guess, you're looking to see if he doesn't meet to decide to start someone else?
No, not really. I like the depth of our team, and I know that whatever we need, we usually have the answer on the bench. And so, no one's going to play great in every game. Sometimes it's matchups. So whatever the best matchups are, and to be honest, I look more at how the group functions. And so the guys, if the group is functioning well, that's an important piece of it.
Ian Bagley.
Hey, Tom, I don't know what you guys did today, but if you did anything, was Nerlens able to participate?
He participated in some.
Ian O'Connor.
Yeah, Tom, obviously in the playoffs, the urgency to make adjustments is greater. When you have a formula that has worked for a period of time in the regular season, and that just to try to balance that against making adjustments quickly in the playoffs, how difficult a process is that for a head coach?
Well, I think that's why you watch the film, and you've played them a number of times, and you have different things that you can go to. So that's part of it, but you also got to make sure that it's being executed properly and it's done with the proper intensity before you consider making an adjustment. So we evaluate all of those things.
Barbara Barker.
Yes, Tom, I think you weren't an assistant yet when Reggie Miller had the choke game that kind of made him into the villain at Madison Square Garden. But was there anything reminiscent about what went on last night that reminded you of like the competitions Reggie used to have and with the fans at the Garden? And do you think it's good for the game to have something like that going?
We have great fans, and we certainly appreciate that. I think the game you're referencing, I wasn't involved with that one, but I was involved in some other ones, and that's a long time ago. But like the great players, in every era, that's what they do. They pose problems, and so you have to look at it, and you got to come back, and you got to have a determination and a perseverance and a resiliency to keep fighting. And those guys can make tough plays even when you do something great, but come back the next time, do it all over again, do it better.
Last question, Rebecca Harlow.
Hey, Coach. I missed the first couple questions here, so sorry if I'm repeating, but after going through the film today, when you take a look at Julius, how much is it adjustments versus just him going out and playing freely, trusting his game within your system?
Yeah, I mean, all the things he's going through, he's seen these things before, and so just make the adjustments. You got to play with great intensity. There's so many different ways he can help us. So if they're loading up to you, just make the right reads and make plays. We can play off the pass. He's a great passer. He's a great playmaker. He's great in transition. He can shoot the three. He can post. He can pick and roll. He can catch and shoot. There's nothing he can't do. Just bounce back.